So the last thing that I want to talk about is what my general game plan is as Zato, or what are the things that I go for, and that's because although I'm not that good and I do lots of simple basic things, I do things that work at every level, and well, they can be used at every level. And I did manage to get to heaven twice now by abusing some of these things. So, I was gonna do block strength first, but there's a couple basic things that I want to talk about before that. And that's mainly this. Going in with a standing kick dust. This has gotten me through so much, and this catches everybody at least once, probably a few times. And what most characters would do is that they go low kick or sweep, and then they'd go into full charge dust just to get you blocking low, and then hit you with a full dust to get that combo going off. But Zato doesn't do that well. He can do something that's actually easier for him. And just like that, they're through the wall. Basically, all you're doing here is the standing kick dust. Oh, I already fucked it up. And then you just manually canceling into leap after. So just doing the leap motion, because they're already getting hit by that's a lot, leap will just combo into leap naturally, and then you do your basic corner combo, which is anything from leap, anything after leap hits, I should say. I usually just go for crouching slash, heavy slash, and invite to hell if they're still not stuck to the wall. Sometimes I autopilot on that so hard I hit them when they're already stuck and miss using super, but... Danger. It was a bit too far. Yeah, autopiloted there again. But because of how quick it is and how unusual it is, it just catches people off guard pretty consistently. Works out pretty well mid-screen too, just with a bit slower timing. Yeah, I already fucked up. And yeah, again, I just did the same thing after they were hit by lead. Crouching slash, heavy slash, invite to hell. Alright, next I'll move on to Zato's plan A and plan B, which is A, either get them in between you and Eddie, or B, get them to the corner. And the first one is basically something like this. Need to change that. And basically the ways that I do that are like this. Something like that. Something like that. And it basically all starts from slash, heavy slash, side switch, and then whatever feels right. There's better things that you can do here when you're more experienced. Oh my god. When you're more experienced, because obviously doing this pretty much takes almost all of Eddie away. But for some reason, whenever I try and get him to do poke, I feel like I can never control where he goes. Or I just have trouble setting him up for his next move. So when you get better, you should probably work in... You should work at this Pierce in as much as possible in your block strings. Basically, the longer you're able to weave in Pierce, the better. But like I said, that's a lot is really easy to work with. So for Zato's plan B, which is to push the opponent into the corner or just get them away from you or off you, I'm not very proud of what I do because it's really, really simple and it also barely works. But it is useful to just do. And just as an example, it's something like your basic combo into Pierce, cancel Pierce into That's a Lot, and then just keep chasing the opponent down with something. I'll just try and do an example. Oh, I already messed up. Something like that. That's about right. Got them off me, pushed them quite a distance away from the other corner. If that was mid-screen, that definitely would have got them in the corner. Yep. And there's better things I could probably do, like... That probably would work a lot better. There's definitely some other things I could do with just Pierce. That's not even good, but that would probably work too. Basically just keep covering yourself with Eddie. I like, again, kind of like with what I said with Plan A, I like using That's a Lot. Because it just forces your opponent to block, even if it costs a lot. So I wasn't going to talk about basic stuff, but one thing that I really do want to talk about is Zato's Heavy Slash, his Far Slash, and his Close Slash. Starting with Close Slash, you can transition from this into a lot of stuff. You can go Close Slash Sweep, Forward Heavy Slash, and Overhead. And the reason I point that out is because this is not a tool that you use a lot. Usually you mash this and then Heavy Slash to throw out or not Heavy Slash. You mash Slash, and mash it again, and then you just throw out A or something. Usually that's what I do, but this is much better when you have somebody in block strings because you can just mix them up from so many different options. The one thing to keep in mind though, because I have been trying to use it more and more, if you mistime this, because obviously you're very close to your opponent to get Close Slash, and there's also just a risk that you just won't get close enough, and you'll do Far Slash. But basically, timing is important because if you miss the wake up, there's a good chance you're going to get grabbed. If you're running up too close to your opponent and you don't do it in time, then you're going to get grabbed or jabbed out of it. And there's just also a chance that the opponent just does reversal super because you're focused too hard on trying to mix them up and trying to do offense. So with Far Slash, honestly, the thing just to keep in mind is that this is very useful in the beginning, but lots of people start throwing out moves that stop you, or like just beat this out because it's far-reaching, but it's kind of slow, and your hurt box also extends quite a bit with this move. Similarly with this, far-reaching, but interestingly, until this is all the way out, it has like no hitbox. So these just, if you just do these too much, they're keep you vulnerable. Or I guess I should say you will be vulnerable if you just throw these out too much. And people will just start jumping. Most of the time when I'm chasing people down after I've knocked them away with probably like Leap or That's a Lot, most of the time what I'll just chase with is Sweep or Heavy Slash. Just because this is meaty It'll catch them if they're trying to wake up jab. And it's just less likely to get yourself hurt when you're doing it. Alright, next thing that I want to talk about is something that's really simple. I don't know... Well, I don't fight many Zatos in general, but this is just something that's really simple that you can do and catches people off guard, so I guess it works. And that's canceling from an aerial into glide. So you can just hit them with another aerial. And that seems like, oh, that is really simple. I don't even know why you bothered saying that. And it's because it just works. Like, I'm almost surprised sometimes how much it works against people. Because people will anti-air the crap out of you all the time, and if you're doing this too much, then people will just start anti-airing you even more. But basically, what lots of people like to do is that after you hit them with an aerial, they'll go for a grab. So people will try and grab you immediately as soon as they see, oh, he's in the air, he hit me, alright, I'm gonna throw out a grab, and then they'll just hit them with another attack. You can also mess somebody up by just being annoying, hovering around them. And now I'm on the other side. It's just a tool that you can use to be annoying and be aware it exists, because what some people have in mind, this may interrupt them. And also if you jump something, if you're, let's say you're in the corner, and they do a low attack, you jump it, oh, alright, I'm over here now and you're in the corner. Just something to keep in mind, something really simple that I found. It works, so, you know, why not keep doing it? Alright, the last thing I want to talk about is this move. Break the law. And that's because this is not a very good move. I barely see other Zatos do this, and I never do this myself, pretty much. And the reason is because you think that, oh, this is Zato's defensive option, right? This, you go underground and you're invincible during it. And you can move around a bit. This is like my get out of jail move, right? No, this barely works, like, at all. It's not invincible on startup, so while you're going down you can get hit. And the longer you're under here, the longer the recovery is. So all this time where you can't get hit. And it's not, I don't go that far, and it's not exactly hard to see where I am, so anybody will just track you down and punish you pretty easily. The most you ever see Zatos do with this is like this. They'll use it as some sort of neutral tool. You'll just see them do something like that. However, I did think of something that might be useful with it. Something that I hope is useful, because the thing that I found out I can do using this move is actually pretty fun. I don't think it's good, but it's pretty fun to do. It takes me a bit to get into the rhythm of doing it, so I'm just going to I'm going to skip to that. Something like that. Something like that is what I want to try, or just some things that I found out that work with this move. Like I said, it's difficult to explain, and again, I don't know how practical it is, but it's just a fun thing I found that you can do. I really want to test out how far you can take this in an actual match. The whole thing behind is that basically I can dash cancel and just get some more moves faster after Invite to Hell. Or not Invite to Hell, Break the Law. But yeah, when I get them in the corner, it feels like I can just go crazy with stuff. There's lots of stuff that's based on what type of character a person's using and how they're playing. That I just can't get through all of it and go through every step-by-step example of how I play against that and what I go for. But basically the things that generally work in most cases I've talked about. So thanks to anybody who watched the video and put up with all the weird editing issues in here. And hopefully somebody found something interesting, like how you can get to heaven with so little understanding of the game. Or this especially. Like, I don't even care if this is good. I just want this to be... I just want this to be, like, a thing. I just hope somebody, like, finds that a cool thing that you can do. Somebody who's more skilled discovers something. And that's all. Thanks for watching. If anybody is indeed watching.